Hi students, my name is Mr. Ramazani and I'm going to be your summer school world studies teacher. And I'm just going to use this video right now to kind of go over with you guys a little bit about what the class is going to look like for the next few weeks, and just go over your first assignment, which will be coming to you guys, or is coming as part of this, your signed syllabus and movie permission form. So what I like to do, and this is kind of my approach to distance learning, I like to kind of establish assignments for you guys and then use video like this to kind of introduce the assignment, go over certain aspects of the assignment which are important, and kind of put that video here in the Google slide presentation for you to look at and hopefully use to better understand what's being asked of me. And I don't do a lot of Zooms. In fact, we'll just be doing a Zoom on Tuesday and Thursday, and they're not necessary. You don't have to attend. If you have no questions, especially, or feel you can just email a question if you do have it, the Zoom attendances are not necessary. As long as you're submitting your assignments on the due dates, you're covered and you will pass. So just kind of be aware of that. I'm not a huge fan of those formats. I do think just reading the directions and hopefully being able to use these videos to better understand directions if you like hearing them described, hopefully should be enough to get you guys to the point where you can complete the assignments. So every assignment I do assign, or that you guys do get from me, will always start off with a video like this, which will go over the assignment, what's expected of you, and it's kind of some key parts of it that I want you to pay special attention to. So this first assignment is pretty simple. You need to submit this by the end of today, and that is today, Monday, July 6th. And that assignment is literally reading, reviewing the syllabus, and then signing it at the end of that reading and review. Also having your parent guardian sign it, and initial a part for a movie permission form as well. So what I'm going to do right now is kind of go over the materials that are available to you, where you can find those materials, although they are in this Google attachment. Also, you're seeing it posted on Canvas, taking you to the Google attachment here, so that you can submit it on Google Classroom by the end of today. So here's some things for you to use. You want to go over here, Massimo? So the Google Slides are on here, kind of like a normal classroom setting. I like to still have questions for you guys to think of. If you have a family member or friend you can communicate with, these are questions you might want to kind of go over with them as you read and review this stuff. Not necessary though. If you want to just kind of contemplate it yourself, you're more than welcome to do that. And some stuff that I kind of like to do are in there sometimes. So you have the World Studies or the World Studies Syllabus Review, and that will take you through kind of what makes a syllabus important, and something to always consider, because you will get syllabi or a syllabus for every single class you have between now and your possible PhD in history later in life. But syllabi are really important. A syllabus is very important. This has all the steps. You can also see this on the Google Classroom and Canvas posting for the assignment. These are literally, if you have a question, I would probably make sure you read this first. If you have a question after, maybe go back just to kind of look at it. It does break down what you're doing, how I suggest doing it, and ultimately where you'll be submitting it on Google Classroom by the end of today, July 6th. So you can just look at the syllabus. You don't have to use the Google Slides here, but if you do want to use the Google Slides basically follow the syllabus. There's questions that come with them. I'd say by kind of looking at those sections of the syllabus, looking at the questions that are there, it might help you develop a better understanding, but it's not a necessary one if you just want to read the syllabus itself. There's also some kind of fun images, videos that I think also might be good to help kind of keep your attention. Classroom expectations, again, questions there with them. This, if you get to this kind of last slide, not the last slide here, but it just reminds you, again, you need to submit this assignment by the end of today, 7/6. I will enroll you in the class. We're not taking attendance, but we are using submissions of assignments to take attendance. And so you'll need to, again, make sure you have that. And there's kind of a fun video that goes with that. So here's kind of key parts of the syllabus that you guys will see, and this comes up in the directions, but I'll just show it to you guys right now. Syllabus, like any syllabus you've seen, course outline, what we're going to be covering, and what we'll be focusing on. For those of you who've taken world studies before, we're going to start looking at the start by looking at the world, geography. Then we're going to go into the global refugee crisis. Some of you may have done this with me before, but for those of you that haven't, or if you have done it with me before, this is a kind of I think a really important assignment to do, because it will help us use that knowledge we just developed about the world from the geography unit, and kind of look at issues in the world. And one of the significant issues in the world, not just here in the United States and in the Americas, but all over the world, is how many refugees are trying to get to safe spots. And you'll be looking at kind of refugees all over the world and the issues that they are facing, that's kind of causing them to flee their homes. We're then going to be looking at Africa and Asia, and specifically China and Asia. Those will be kind of our two continent, specific continent views, and we'll be doing units on those in the coming weeks. And then the last week of class, so right up until July 23rd, we're going to be looking at global environmental issues. And I know a lot of our attention in recent weeks and months has been on kind of illness and COVID specifically, but before that, and even in the midst of it, we're still hearing once in a while about different environmental issues that the earth is facing, that we are facing, and I think it's important to have knowledge about those and how those issues are affecting not only where we live, but other parts of the world as well. And so we'll be kind of looking at those, and that will be your last unit. All right, so if I scroll down here, and this is on page, I'm going to jump to page 3, and kind of just standard syllabus stuff. But on page 3, after you read and review, there's a spot. You don't have to do the signature. Just make sure you put your name in the student name part right here. Hopefully they read and review it with you, or they can do it on their own. Have your parent or guardian, put their name there as well, and that kind of covers you there. If your parent or guardian has some information they would like me to know, or they have a question themselves, they can fill in these lines if they have no question or nothing they need me to know about you. They don't have to fill it in. But one last thing, and this is for your parent guardian specifically, just talking about movie video permission. We'll be looking at some videos at various times. They come sometimes from, I think, sources that would be rated PG-13. I don't think there's anything R-rated. All school appropriate, but just in case your parents have specific issues with you seeing something, and would prefer you not to, they can kind of mark yes or no. If they have no issue and they are fine with you watching the curriculum, they can just put their initials there for yes. If they have an issue and we can make something separate for you, they can initial no. And then, like I said, we'll just have a separate assignment there for things that would fall in that possible PG-13 category. Okay, so that's your first assignment. If you have any questions, you can email me today. I'll be by my computer for most of the day, so I should be able to get back to you in a few minutes. But your big thing, like I said, for today, making sure you read, review that syllabus, and then submit the signed portion on Google Classroom by the end of today, Monday, July 6th. All right, have a good day, and look forward to seeing you or talking with you, hearing from you soon.